All right, well, hi, I'm Karen. In this video today, I'm finally going to be testing out these powders, and I should have been now done this. But needless to say, I'm finally sitting down doing this foundation review for Flower Beauty, and I figured why not go ahead and test these out. All right, these are called e.l.f. Primer Infused Bronzer. I got them in all the shades that were available because the first time I ordered the first shade off of e.l.f., I looked at it and I was like, oh, okay, that looks like that'll be me. And it got here and it wasn't. It was far from being anything I would consider yellow undertone friendly whatsoever for a bronzer. And I would probably say all of these shades are really neutral. Maybe the only one that has like a hint of red in it would be this one, and this one is constantly bronze. And like I said, it has a hint of red. Not a lot, but it's a hint. But all the other ones are pretty neutral. So if you are a neutral skin tone person, or even if you have like a cool undertone, I think you'll be able to get away, especially with this one, if you're fair. If you're fair, neutral, or fair and you have cool undertones, I think you'll be able to get away with this. That's the cool thing about neutral undertone makeup. It's like it could sway either way depending on your undertone, what kind of tan you have, you know, it's summertime. But this, I could see this being as a beautiful bronzer slash contour color, just to shape the face if you're fair. This one is called Forever Sunkissed. And this was the one I initially purchased, and when it got here, I was like, no. Like nothing about this looks like it would remotely go with my skin tone. And then the next one down is Perpetually Tanned. And the funny thing is Perpetually Tanned and the other one literally almost look alike, but you can kind of tell it has a slight bit of a red undertone. And then you have this one. So let me just hold them all up together so y'all can like see the difference. All right, so you have Constantly Bronze right here. It looks like it's warm, but I promise you it is not a yellow warm. It's definitely a red warm. The next one is Perpetually Tan, that's in the middle. And then the one that's really fair is Forever Sunkissed. And like I said, don't let the camera fool you. It almost looks like this is coming off yellowish, but I promise you it's not. Like, all right, that's a little bit better. All right, so you can see like how orangey red this looks. And usually for bronzer, like having something that's like a little bit more red undertone versus the center being more of a yellowish undertone, that's very common to do that. But anyway, so this is the color. Let me do this one more time because I want to make sure y'all see the accurate shades. So you will see like all these colors they either look like they're too fair and too light for somebody like my complexion, or the orangey, the last one looks like it's definitely too orangey for me. Show y'all what it looks like on somebody who has my undertone. So you can kind of like gauge, because like I said, the first one, Forever Sunkissed, definitely looks like it will be perfect for somebody who is really fair. Like I said, you could wear this as a bronzer, or possibly even if you don't like wearing blush, I think this would just have that hint of skin color, not blush color, but skin color that I think will look really good on somebody who's fair. Even this one, if you have some color on your skin, still, again, I would say maybe if you're more so cool toned, this will look great on you as a bronzer. Like I was saying before in one of my other videos, literally when you're learning to do your own makeup, you become your own makeup artist. And you now have to start recognizing what may be too red for you, what may be too yellow, too pale, too ashy, and so forth. I'm gonna test each one of these out on my skin. Let's start with the first one. All right, this one is Forever Sunkissed. This thing is so pale, y'all. Yeah, it almost is giving a blush-like effect on my skin versus a bronzer. This is definitely not a bronzer shade on me. I would say more of a blush tone. Like if I wanted to do something super natural looking, I could use this for that, but So can y'all see the difference? All right, and then the next color I'm gonna be using is Perpetually Tanned. If you have red undertones or just a slight pinkish reddish undertone, I think this will look great on you. It's just a natural contour, natural bronzer. This, I was thinking, will probably be more along the middle ground for me. But once again, I felt like it was probably just a little too orangey red. I don't know. It was just, it wasn't a, I don't mind a reddish color, but I like it to be like a little bit of a golden red if possible, if that makes sense. It's not bad though. It's not bad. I could get away with it if I got a little bit more on the tan side, which I did kind of get a little bit more tan. So maybe that's why I'm actually probably liking this color just a little bit more. But I feel like it's a little bit too red for me. Like, if I was to use this, I would say I would probably lay this down first and then go over the top of it with another color. Let me show you a bronzer color that I kind of like. This big one is from Black Radiance, and it's in the color Creamy Bronze Finish 9202. And the thing about this shade here, it has to be summertime for me to wear this. Like, I don't wear this any other time than during the summer because I literally have to have a tan to be able to get away with wearing this. And the deeper my skin gets, it will start to get this deep and probably actually a little bit deeper. And like I said, it has a bit of a golden undertone. What's another good one? Another one that I like to use, it's not red enough, but I like it because it's a deep golden, and this one is from Black Radiance as well. It is Golden Cashews. But that's just what I like to use on my skin because I like a natural looking bronze face, whatever you want to call it, sculpted face. That's what I like. I like it to look natural, and I like it to look slightly deeper than my skin tone. I don't like to go all the way out. Like I said, if I was doing something like this, maybe I would mix it and put this on so I can have the appearance of the bronze effect, but it's still my skin color. And I hope that y'all can now see the difference. So say for example, maybe you are one of those people that you have, maybe your skin tone, your exterior skin tone is more on the reddish side, but your skin undertone is actually more golden yellow. Then I would say consider doing something like this, where you can get a bronzer that is more on the red side and then get another pressed powder that is more golden and use that to put over so you can create the bronzy look. So I wouldn't have even thought about that, but this actually looks really nice, and it kind of eliminates the fact that I may even have to do blush. So that's the other plus side to this, because you're literally creating the blush effect right in here, and then just take the rest of the golden, whatever you normally use, and put that up in this area instead, so you can keep this blushed effect over here. So that's actually not, I'm learning something while I'm doing this. All right, and the last color they have is Constantly Bronzed, and that's this shade here. And honestly, I wish they would come up with some golden tones, but you know how it is when e.l.f. comes out with stuff. They'll usually come out with a really small, because they produce so much stuff. That's what I'm guessing, I don't know. They come out with a really small selection, and they may come out with some other stuff. This is so red right here. I already know like this might be kind of scary. So let me see some. I'm gonna try it as a blush first. And as I was saying, if you're my complexion and you want to use this one, this is the last one. It doesn't even look like it's that deep, but clearly you can see it's creating like a very reddy, blushy like look on my complexion. So something like this, I would use this as blush. So if you love matte blushes and you want something that's more on like maybe like a cinnamon looking color, but this is pretty much what this looks like. It looks like a reddy cinnamon color. I would say go with this for a blush because it will create that nice flush look. But for me, this is not going to be a bronzer. It's going to look like I got severely burned by the sun, and that's not the look that I'm going for. But as a blush, I think it would be super cute. Super cute. And we'll just go ahead and do the other side. Yeah, you see? This is not on me. Maybe somebody with a reddy undertone, you're definitely richer than my skin, deeper than my skin tone. Yeah, but that, yeah, that's enough right there. It's just, And then I'm gonna go back over it with this right here to like just bring some warmth back into my skin and hopefully to help make it transition a little bit better as well. Oh, you know what? While we're here, I'm gonna just go ahead and take this and just do my eye look real quick. I'm gonna be taking the second one, Perpetually Tanned. So my final thoughts on these are, honestly, I get it. Like, everything is not going to wear the same on everybody. You know, some bronzer colors are going to look like highlighter colors on people. Some bronzer colors are going to look like blushes. And some blush colors are going to look like bronzers on other people. And that's just kind of the name of the game. You just kind of have to think outside of the box when they say, hey, this is a bronzer. And then you look at it, you be like, no, it's not. This is going to suit somebody. And it'll have its fix, but I don't, yeah, if you're looking to get this as a bronzer and you have a yellow undertone, like I've shown in this video, you're most likely not gonna like it for that purpose. Maybe you need something that'll create the bronzer effect, because maybe you have the golden powder, but maybe you got a little bit too much of a tan. This would be handy for that. Maybe if you're closer to my complexion, going with the middle one, which was Perpetually Tanned. Going with that one so you can add some of that red bronzy warmth to your existing bronzer that you already own. So something like that, yes, I can see how that could definitely be handy if that's the case. And same thing with the last one that's very, very reddy, which is the Constantly Bronzed. Same thing with that. If you're a very deep skin and you want to maybe give a little bit more of a red hint, maybe not deep dark, but definitely if you're just maybe like a brown, like a caramel brown type undertone, I think you could get away with adding some of this to your already existing pressed powder, maybe just to add some red to it and just warm it up a little bit. I don't think it's super pigmented. That's another thing I should say. I don't feel like it's super pigmented. So if you are using it, it's because you're using it to add the color that you need, but using this strictly as a pressed powder, I wouldn't say it's that pigment. You might have to like build this thing up for the purpose of that. So I just have to say that. Anyway, if you've purchased this before and you've used it, depending on your skin tone, even maybe your skin tone might be close to mine and you got it, definitely leave a comment down below, just sharing your thoughts of if you like it, and if you do, how do you use it? And just based on the rest of the colors as well, because I'm sure a lot of people are going to be curious, especially when it comes to the deeper color or the deepest color they have, which is Constantly Bronzed, how that works for you and what your skin tone is. It's just always helpful just to read that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.